Welcome back to the deep dive. Today, you've handed us a very specific piece of gear to break down. It's the NTI VOPEX-4K18GB-4. That's a 4-port 4K HDMI video splitter. Our mission is to cut through the tech specs and figure out what really matters when you need to get one source to four screens without losing a single pixel.
Exactly. I mean, the whole point of a device like this is distribution without any compromise.
Yeah.
It has to take one Ultra HD 4K source and display the exact same image on 4 screens simultaneously. And that entire promise is built on one number,
Right.
18 gigabits per second.
18 Gbps, that's the foundation.
It is. You just can't get true uncompressed 4K at 60 frames per second without it.
Okay, that sets a pretty high bar. So let's start with what you see on the screen, the quality guarantee. We know it supports full 4K, 496 by 2160 at 60 hertz. But here's where it gets, I think, really interesting. The color space. The docs talk about supporting YCBCR 4.4.4. Now, what does 4.4.4 actually mean for the image quality you're going to see?
That is such a vital point. A lot of consumer gear, streaming boxes and so on, they use 4.2.0 color. They're basically throwing away color information to save bandwidth. But 4.4.4 is zero compromise. It means for every single pixel, the color information is just as detailed as the brightness information.
So no compression on the color at all.
None. And if you're doing anything with detailed graphics, data visualization, or color-critical work, you absolutely see the difference. It just ensures this splitter isn't the weakest link in your high-end HDMI 2.0 setup, especially when you factor in HDR and deep color support.
Got it. So the picture quality is locked in. But that's only half the battle, right? You also have to make sure the content can actually be displayed, which brings us to, I guess, security and setup.
Precisely. And for anyone looking to use this in a commercial setting like a trade show or a classroom, HDCP 2.2 compliance is what's mandatory.
Without that, protected content just won't play.
It won't. You hook up your Blu-ray player, your high-end media source, and your screens just stay dark. It's a deal breaker.
And what about compatibility? I see it has built-in HDI learning managed with a little DIP switch. That seems designed to prevent headaches.
It is. HDI learning is the fix for all those frustrating handshake issues. Think of the splitter as a smart translator. It asks all 4 screens what they're capable of. Then it creates one perfect, unified profile to show back to your source device.
Ah, so the source PC or player doesn't get confused by 4 different displays.
Exactly. It eliminates that whole problem. That makes it super reliable for, permanent installs where you can't be fiddling with it.
And physically, it's simple. 1 input, 4 outputs, and a female DB9 RS-232 port.
That port is key for uptime in a professional environment.
Yeah.
Yes, it's for firmware, but having RS-232 means this unit can be integrated into a larger control system. You can manage it from a central location, which is a necessity if it's tucked away in a server rack somewhere.
Okay, now we have to get to the part that trips up even the pros, the hidden constraint.
Yeah.
Cabling. It's like you can buy the Ferrari of splitters, but if you put cheap tires on it, you're not going anywhere fast.
That's a perfect analogy.
Yeah.
It really captures the physics of an 18 Gbps signal. The sources are very clear on this. If you use standard passive HDMI cables, you're limited to about 20 feet for 4K at 60 hertz. That's it.
20 feet. That's not very far.
Not at all. Now, you can stretch that to 50 feet, but you have to drop the resolution down to 1080p. This is a crucial takeaway for you.
So if you need to cross a large room with a 4K signal, you can't just buy a longer passive cable off the shelf.
You can't. You must switch to an active HDMI cable. These have a little video equalizer chip built right into the cable to boost the signal. The product page even points out specific models that can get you up to 60 feet with a full 4K 60 signal. The cable itself becomes part of the system.
And just to round it out, the unit costs $225 and has a 2-year warranty.
So when you put it all together, what do we have? The VOPEX-4K18GB-4 is a very robust distribution device. It's built to maintain that top-tier HDMI 2.0 standard. It guarantees your color fidelity, it guarantees your content security, but its success is totally dependent on the cables you choose.
That brings up a really important question for you, the listener. If signal integrity is so sensitive to cable length, even with active cables, what would you have to do if your project required a run of, say, 100 feet or even 300 feet? What technology would you need to look at then?
You'd have to move beyond just cables. You'd be looking at purpose-built extenders, probably ones that convert the HDMI signal to run over a different medium, like Cat6 networking cable. It's a totally different approach to solving the problem of distance, something to think about for your next big project.
A great thought to end on. Thank you for sharing these sources with us, and we appreciate you diving deep.